Okay. All right. Hello everyone. Welcome. Thank you for waiting. Had to get everything sent out so people know that we're streaming. Hi everyone. Um First of all, uh thanks for joining the Hunger Games Simulator streams we've been doing, aka killing your favorite abridged/anime characters through the Hunger Games Simulator. Are we live? Are we clear? Just need to make sure. There we go. Oh, hello, Alec. I saw you message me earlier. I apologize. I'll check your message after the stream. Hi. Hello, Twitch Wolf. How are we over at YouTube? Yo, hey. Did it go over? Okay. Let me change the song. As much as I love metal, like screamo. Is the music too loud, by the way? Wouldn't want that to get in the way. Maybe I could just tweak it down a bit. Is that okay? All right. First, also, right now we have a special donation goal. If we somehow make it, it's to help support our Goblin Slayer Bridge series, which, we need a little more fundings. There's a lot of issues that came up these past few months. Still planning on working on it, but hopefully I can get everything situated with a post in the future. But all the donation proceeds are going into the productions of Goblin Slayer Abridged. And with that, we've been working on the Frieren in a Nutshell Part 2 videos. And right now we have some clips that I could show off on my Vegas editing thing. It still hasn't been... Oh no, I think I might have a rendered version. I could just swap over to. But we could show a preview there if we manage to reach our goal. So, Demon Slayer Abridged. That one, I'm still trying to figure out if we can continue doing or not. I've seen a lot of people who have been watching it since the movie came out. I enjoyed it, but it's very much expensive to edit because it takes a lot of time to edit around Ufotable's amazing quality of animation. So, if you want to support us, you can go to our Patreon and stuff. I'll post the Patreon link there. Any amount would do, or support us here through whatever means. But you just being here is what's very important, so that we can have a fun time streaming and gawking over about what's going to happen with this Hunger Games Simulator. Now, this first one that I did, it's a new one, and hopefully we can go back to some of the older ones, seeing who fares in those, in a what-if scenario, I guess you can say. But this first one I did very special because if anyone from the last Kill Your Favorite Anime stream remembers, there was some crazy stuff with the goblins. So, I thought, you know, with the goblins and how they are and stuff, that we give a little special event here. So, here's the roster. Let me see if it pops up. There it is. Here's the roster that we have. I decided to just do some of the Goblin Slayer crew versus a bunch of goblins. Here we go. Here's the full list right here. Yep. Yes, Twitch Wolf. That is a lot of goblins. Hello, GG. So brought back Goblin 1 and Goblin 2. I think Goblin 1, I forgot which one won, but one of them won, but we're bringing them back out of retirement. Yeah, we're doing a Hunger Games 2 shit. Bringing back winners. So of course, we'll go through the list. We got Goblin Slayer and Priestess, of course. We need to have, some Slayers in here. Then we got a very regal, fancy billionaire goblin. A very suave, fancy goblin for a, I don't know. He worked in the French Revolutionary War or something. I don't know. Goblin. An even more fancier goblin with a monocle. Elf and dwarf, of course. Thought they have them stay there. And then I personally love Goblin 7 and 8. They have a lot of character. Also, I do love Goblin 9 and 10. If anyone knows where Goblin 9's from. Wink, wink. And then we got Smiling Friends Goblin. I forgot there was a goblin like that. Goblin 1 and 2, as we know. A very nicely drawn goblin. Baby goblin for 12. And then I thought to bring back, bring some goblins from reincarnated as a slime. So yeah, we brought I forgot his name. He's a very strong goblin though. And then we brought the only female goblin. Now, if anything happens there related to Goblin Slayer or the crew, I'm gonna cry. We got solo leveling goblin. We got this live action goblin with a lollipop that I really like. Yeah, Mr. Frog can't be here. Yeah, Mr. Frog. He also, Mr. Frog, he's kind of, staying on the sidelines. It'd be unfair. Got the, I forgot what the game is. So the Hog Riders goblin, I guess. And then Lizard Priest, because Lizard Priest couldn't fit in. It's an odd number, so he's with the goblin that I feel like is the most friendliest of all of them, I would hope. And then I couldn't find an image source that worked for the Goblin King for Goblin. I couldn't find the Goblin King from the Goblin Slayer anime or manga. Like, no images were working, and I was limited. I was running out of time, so I just thought, hey, next best thing, David Bowie, Goblin King. Why not? And if David Bowie's Goblin King wins, I'm gonna cry. And then I found one image of the Goblin Paladin. And then I remember a little bit later I found one that was like a little bit better, but I wasn't sure people were going to know how he looked. I think this shot helps a little bit, even though now I'm realizing it looks like it's kind of scrunched down. But yeah, here is our crew. Here is the Goblin Showdown. I don't know the exact name we would want to give this round, but we're going to have all these filthy, disgusting goblins duke it out. Now let's see if the Goblin Slayer crew can manage to survive. Because as we remember, Goblin 1 and Goblin 2 were playing tricks and dunking on everyone all day long. These goblins are veterans compared to all these other ones. So, Haru better not die. Oh boy. But yeah, also, I'm sorry if this is a little bit earlier than usual. I just wanted to see how many of you guys would be down for earlier streams. Let me know, in the chat if you think we should be doing this a little bit later on Saturdays or if this time's better. Because I remember we had a little bit better reception last time, and I think it's probably because we had a different time. It's almost a goblins! Yes, we did. Welcome. All right. Also, to start this off, as we always do, I want you guys in the comments, Also on Twitch specifically, since lurkers do not get shown for some reason, type in which character you want to see win, and which character you want to just oof off first, die. So who's your favorite and who's your least favorite, basically. Technically, it doesn't need to be your favorite, just one that you think might win. Goblin 2 or Goblin 9 for the win. Here, let me make sure I can kind of... It's kind of hard getting her. Oh, there we go, if I just do that. There we go. Right in the middle. I've got Goblin 9. You guys... I see who you guys are. Goblin 9? Okay. Goblin 2, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna pick Goblin 8 for me. Just I like Goblin 8. Nah. Dang. You know what? I'll pick Goblin 8 to die. As much as I want him to win, I'm gonna pick him to die. I'm just gonna have to pick Goblin Slayer. I have to be biased here. I want to see Goblin Slayer actually win this. I really do. I feel like he's the underdog here now. Like these are some of the vicious, craziest goblins I've ever seen that Goblin Slayer has to face. A lot of smart, intelligent ones, a lot of wily ones, a baby goblin, and a female goblin. And then David Bowie Goblin King is kind of crazy in my life stream. All right. I see a lot of Goblin 9s. District, you're picking the two together. Sadly, we can't do that. No, that won't. Maybe in the future we'll consider doing districts instead of characters. But for now, let's do characters. All right. Yeah, Priestess. I had to get the whole OG crew. Oh, hello, Shonaku. Hey, how you doing? I'm also using the playlist you showed me again. Thank you so much. Alrighty. Without further ado, we got a lot of Goblin 9s. Who do you guys want to see lose? Who do you guys want to see lose? I'm getting a lot of, like, who you want to win, but who do you want to lose? Okay. Twitch Wolf over at Twitch wants Goblin 1 to die and for Goblin Slayer to win. Alright, we got 2 votes on Goblin Slayer. Priestess is the first to die? What? Okay. I'm having this playing in the background so I can hear your voice whisper into my ears. Yes. Whisper all the gruesome deaths that are about to come. This is perfect timing for that. I'm actually glad to make it to the live stream for once. You're always live when I'm at work, and it's slow enough for me to watch. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. I mean, I'm so sorry that we stream when you're working, but thank you so much for being able to join. But okay. A lot of people are at work. Priestess won first round last time. She can tap out this round. Did she win last time? Maybe she did. I remember Nezuko win. That one I definitely remember. Yeah, I always send me any new playlists. I'd really appreciate that. Stuff that won't get, hit by YouTube and stuff. Yeah, the Goblin 2 or 1 won. I remember, I think it was Goblin 2 that won because I was so... Goblin 2 kept on gaslighting Goblin 1 to being his friend. Oh, and then Goblin 2 wanted Goblin 1 to kill... What I was playing off as Goblin 1 became very close with another character. I forgot who it was. I think it was another small character. Maybe it was Anya? I don't remember. And then Anya wanted to kill Goblin 1, but then reconsidered, you know, even though she found out Goblin 1 wasn't really who they were. I think we were joking that they were, like, pretending to be Yor or something like that. And then Goblin 2 became friends with Goblin 1, and then Goblin 2 forced Goblin 1 to decide to kill Anya or not, and Goblin 1 didn't, and Goblin 2 killed Goblin 1. That was... that's insane. It was insane. But anyways, all right. Enough of what happened last time. Let's start this round. All right, are we ready, guys? Are we ready over at Twitch? Just post hi and all that if you're just here lurking so that Twitch knows that you're present. Thank you so much. All right. Priestess won round 1. Goblin 2 won the final round. I think Nezuko won. Yeah, Nezuko won the middle. Okay, you think Priestess is going to come back? All right. Why did I forget Priestess won last time? All right. Again, my pick is Goblin Slayer to win. Not biased. No biasness on this stream. And as much as I love Goblin 8, he's going to die first. And a lot of you guys picked our lovable Goblin 9, whose name shall remain unknown. All right. Let's start this. Boom. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Lizard Priest gathers as much food as he can. Goblin 6 runs away with a lighter and some rope. Priestess runs away from the cornucopia. Goblin King grabs a sword. Goblin Slayer snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. What is Goblin Slayer gonna do? Goblin Slayer is gonna start some fires. Goblin 4 takes a handful of throwing knives. Elf takes a handful of throwing knives. I guess she couldn't get a bow. Goblin Paladin runs away from the cornucopia. Same with Goblin 11. Same with Goblin 5. All right, Goblin 12, Goblin 9, Goblin 13 work together to get as many supplies as possible. Oh, hello, Irish. Welcome. Let me make sure no one's hitting me on Discord. Okay. Goblin 15 snatches a pair of... What is this weapon called? Size? I swear I know what this weapon is, or what this object name is. I just never seen it appear in as one of the weapon options for a long time now. But okay, he got whatever that is. Goblin 17 set... Oh my god. Goblin 17 sets an explosive off, killing Goblin 14. It's such a diabolical image, too. What the heck am I looking at? Oh my goodness. What is happening? Oh my goodness. And I'm sorry. Got a goblin outside screaming. Goblin 17 sets an... Okay, no, we already read that. Goblin 1 finds a canteen full of water. Goblin 10 breaks Goblin 8's nose for a basket of bread? Did anyone pick... No one picked Goblin 14, huh? To die first. Well, no one gets the grand prize of the first death, sadly. I thought I was going to be close with Goblin 8, but I guess he just... His nose broke. Dwarf breaks Goblin 16. Okay, well, they both... I guess there were baskets everywhere. Goblin 3 runs away from the cornucopia. Goblin 7 and Goblin 2 fight for a bag. Goblin 7 gives up and retreats. Wow. All right. Okay. It's already got a death, though. It's crazy. All right, so day 1. So after everyone started off with the cornucopia, here we are. Goblin 5 makes a slingshot, you know, with his pedigree in combat. That makes sense. Goblin Slayer scares Goblin 8 off. My two picks already fighting. Ah, run away, Goblin 8! Ah, you're so cute, but I hate you! I hate how cute you are! You disgust me with your weird long hands and legs and making weird signs with your cute fingers. It's disgusting! Get away! And then Goblin A's like... Dwarf coming in. I think Goblin 2 and Goblin Dwarf had some beef before, right? So it makes sense that Dwarf is very angry at Goblin 2. Goblin 11 diverts Goblin 4's attention and runs away. Of course. He went out there and gave him that look. You know, he's rizzing off Goblin 4, and Goblin 4 got distracted. Goblin 6 travels to the higher ground. Yes, he wants to be the king on top. Elf receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Goblin 1 tries to sleep through the entire day. Goblin 15 receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Goblin 12 goes on... This baby goblin. If this baby goblin wins... You know what? No, baby goblin, I want him to have the highest kill count. Let's see if we can make that happen. What? Goblin King David Bowie spears Priestess in the abdomen. Holy crap! Priestess tried to go for the big game, and she got destroyed. Oh my goodness. Didn't we have 1 or 2 people pick Priestess to win this? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Goblin 3 discovers a river. Lizard Priest is pricked by a thorn while picking berries. Oh no. Lizard Priest. There's a small chance he might die, but I think we've seen this happen a lot and nothing happens. Goblin 9 collects fruit from a tree, and oh my goodness, there's 4 characters. Okay, what are you guys doing? Goblin 17 and Goblin Paladin fight Goblin 10 and 13. Goblin 10 and Goblin 13 survive. So that means no one died. Because I think they would talk that these guys would end up dying if that was the case. Collect that fruit, Goblin 9. Goblin 17 questions his sanity. That's the perfect goblin to do that with that face. Alright, here we go. Oh, Goblin 16 also travels the higher ground. Alright. I think we're going to see who died next. There we go. Oh, they died! Oh, shit! Oh! Wow, 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Goblin 14, Priestess, Goblin 17, and Goblin Paladin. Holy moly. Wow. Yeah, sometimes it happens like that. Especially since it was like a big group fighting, like 2 duos fighting against each other. Wow. All right. Well, there goes Goblin 12, aka Baby Goblin, killed Goblin Slayer with a sickle. He did not. Well, Goblin 12, you need to kill the most people, please. The baby goblin. Goblin Slayer got too soft for a moment, or Goblin 12 is such a brutal monster, is reincarnated type of scenario bullshit. I think Goblin 12 is a reincarnated person. There's no way. There's no way this baby can do this. You know what? I'm gonna believe Goblin 12 is Goblin Slayer reincarnated and had to kill Goblin Slayer for a reason, for some timeline bullshit reason. I don't know. Goblin 12 is now Goblin Slayer to me. Anyways, continuing on this madness. Goblin 4 fends Lizard Priest, Goblin 6, and Dwarf away from his fire. Goddamn Goblin 4. Goblin 16 receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Elf climbs a tree to rest. Goblin 13 is awoken by nightmares. Actually, it's good for elves. The high elves live up in the trees and all that. So, as long as she doesn't die from a tree like last time, then that's good. Goblin 12 Kingdom Hearted it. Alright. Goblin 3 tends the Goblin King's wounds like a good goblin would to his majesty. Thank you, Goblin 3. Goblin 7 thinks about home. Goblin 7 is so depressed. Oh my god. Goblin 7 thought about his sanity first, and now is thinking about home. This is the saddest goblin ever. Goblin 11 tends to his wounds. Goblin 8 and Goblin 2 hold hands. I just imagine it's just this long hand. He just reaches out to Goblin 2, and Goblin 2 is like, I could kill him right now. But then just sees how cute and long his hand is, and is like, you know what? No, not this time. Love, not war. Goblin 7's gonna do nothing the entire time and is gonna win. We used to have this thing where when characters were going crazy, or if they would go to a cave or stuff like that, that they were just a crazy hermit that was just gonna come down and just kill everyone and win. And Goblin 7, if he shows that, might become the next hermit. That's our loose cannon. That's the term we give him. Alright. What about Goblin 9? Goblin 9 looks at the night sky. Goblin 10 cooks his food before putting his fire out. Goblin 5 receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Goblin 5, he's scary. He needs to be taken care of. Goblin 5 has a slingshot, has been procuring a lot of stuff. Look at that sky, Goblin 9. Goblin 1 and Goblin 15 huddle for warmth. Oh, that's nice. Alright. Oh my god. Right as I talked about Goblin 5, Goblin 10 severely injures Goblin 5 and leaves him to die. Wow. Goblin 10 knew what was happening. Goblin 13 defeats Goblin 11 in a fight, but spares his life because he's a good goblin. And that's what's going to be his downfall. Goblin 15 receives more explosives. I think he got explosives before. Maybe it was someone else, but well, he's got explosives now. He's I wouldn't trust a guy with that kind of face with explosives. Goblin 4 begs Dwarf to kill him. He reluctantly obliges, killing Goblin 4. Oh, Dwarf. Oh my goodness, Dwarf. He took the opportunity. He did it. Goblin 16 injures himself. Oh my goodness. Oh no, what's happening? Goblin 3 attacks Elf, but she manages to escape. Oh no! Oh no, it's the two goblins! Goblin 8 stalks Goblin 7? But aren't you guys from the same district? Aren't you partners? What's going on, Goblin 8 and 7? Oh no. Okay, Goblin 12 searches for a water resource. Oh, we got Goblin 9. Goblin 9 tries to sleep through the entire day. Goblin 1 and Goblin King hunt for their tributes. Goblin 1 is the Goblin champion. In this sense. And Goblin King knows that, so they're teaming up together. You're just missing Goblin 2. If it was Goblin 1 and Goblin 2 with the Goblin King, I'd be scared. I'd be very intimidated. Goblin 6 practices his archery. Alright, well, where's Elf practicing her archery? Oh, she doesn't need to practice. She's already God tier. She already says she's done all the practice she needed. Eons ago. Oh, here's Goblin 2. Goblin 2 camouflages himself in the bushes. Alright, Goblin 2 is going commando. Alright. Lizard Priest camouflages himself in the bush. I want to assume they're in the same bush, camouflage, and they just don't notice each other. That's how good they both are. They just don't notice each other. Same bush. Alright, let's proceed. Are we... Alright, 3 cannon shots can be heard from the distance. In the distance. Goblin Slayer, rip. Goblin 5 and Goblin 4. Wow. 2 big contenders already down. Goblin 4 kind of just wanted to end. He wanted to leave the game. Alright. Alright, yeah, Goblin 6 hurt himself. 16 hurt himself, and now he's tending to his wounds. That works accordingly. Goblin King tried to start a fire, but was unsuccessful. He usually has his other goblins do it for him. Goblin 11, Goblin 2, and Goblin 6 cheerfully sing songs together. Alright. Oh no. Elf destroys Goblin 10's supply while he was asleep. Okay. Alright. Goblin 9 is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Oh no. Goblin 9. Goblin 3 climbs a tree to rest. I almost forgot, what was the Gen 8 Goblin Pokemon? Oh yeah, we did a joke about that with one of our SFM's animations. With that Pokemon. Dwarf thinks about winning. Wow. I wonder if Dwarf will actually win this. No one picked Dwarf, I think. Goblin 1 screams for help. Goblin 13 and Goblin 15 tell stories about themselves to each other. I think Gobta could, but I don't know how Goblin 15 is just talking about how he's in a dungeon this whole life. What? Goblin 7 begs for Lizard Priest to kill him, but refuses, keeping Goblin 7 alive? Goblin 7! Goblin 7! Come on! Come on, boy. What's going on? Why Goblin 7 gotta be like that? Goblin 7's gonna end up winning. I'm feeling it, guys. Goblin 7... He's in his like insanity crisis mode, and then he's gonna reclude. He's gonna just hide himself and then come back, and just be Rambo, man. Goblin 8 questions insanity. Goblin 8's trying to keep up with the craziness game, I guess. Goblin 12 screams for help. All right. Oh, hello. I'm a bean. I'm a bean, I think. I'm sorry. What backwards dimension are we entering? Yeah, Alec. It's crazy. All right. Dwarf thinks about home. I thought you were thinking about winning, Dwarf. Holy moly. What is I hope these guys are all just having a campfire, sing around type of shit. Oh my goodness. Okay, they're all hunting. Goblin King, Goblin 1, Elf, Goblin 3, and Goblin 10 hunt for other tributes. This is the Elf. How could you betray us? Elf? You were a goblin! I knew it! I said I did. No, but I did know. Because I was lying to you guys. To trick you. Because she was a goblin. I knew it. Lizard Priest searches for firewood. Goblin 15 and Goblin 2 hunt for other tributes. Holy moly. Goblin 9 attacks Goblin 13, but he manages to escape. Goblin 9, he knows he's got to win in order to leave this hellscape. Goblin 16 collects fruit from a tree. Goblin 8 sees smoke rising from a distance, but decides not to investigate. Goblin 11 receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. No one dies. Wow. That's kind of rare. That is kind of rare. Okay. Elf and Goblin 12 run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Lizard Priest convinces Goblin 11 to snuggle with him. Lizard Priest just can't resist that Riz. The Riz Goblin. Dwarf looks at the night sky. I think Dwarf's going crazy too. He's like, I'm gonna win. I'm thinking about home. Looks at the night sky. He's giving all the signs too. Everyone's getting, like, half the freaking group is crazy now. You know what? You're right. No. What? Yeah, mate. Was it Goblin 11 they were saying Bush? Huh. That's crazy. Goblin 8 begs Goblin 3 to kill him. What is up with Goblin 7 and Goblin 8? They're both, like, mimicking each other. Goblin 8 still lives, though. Goblin 3 was like, you ain't worth my time, bud. Goblin 13, Gobta, receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Goblin 2 falls in a frozen lake and drowns. There goes the main character. That's crazy. Goblin 2, you're not going to be able to win this one now. Because you're dead. Goblin 15 cooks his food before putting his fire out. Okay. Goblin 1 tends to Goblin 7's wounds. Oh. Goblin 1 is such a nice goblin, I feel. He's done way more nice things than I've seen other characters do. Goblin 7 is just depressed. I feel so bad. You know what? I hadn't picked a runner-up for my pick since Goblin Slayer died. I think I want Goblin 7 to win, and Goblin 8 will still need to sadly die at one point. Goblin King screams for help. Alright. Alright. Goblin 6 and Goblin 9 sleep in shifts. Goblin 16 screams for help. Goblin 10 looks at the night sky. While we're at it, I will post a link to our Discord where we post about updates for the channel contents and all that. And we also have sometimes movie nights if you're a patron and whatnot. And also, I keep you guys informed when I'm streaming and all that. So there you go. And then follow us on Twitch. I think next week I want to stream more of the Digimon game, but it'll only be on Twitch. So there you go. And then again, we do have a donation goal. If we reach it or we get close to it, I will show a preview of one or maybe even more, depending on how high we go, of the Frieren in a Nutshell shorts that we have for the upcoming Frieren in a Nutshell Part 2. And this is all going towards funding Goblin Slayer Bridged. Season 2, Episode 3. All right. Anyways, back to it. Day 4. Lizard Priest receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. It's almost like his bone sickle, his daddy bone sickle. His bone daddy. There we go, bone daddy. Goblin 7 receives a hatchet. Aww. Goblin King runs away from Goblin 8. Goblin 10 tries to spearfish with a trident. Goblin 6 receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Is chat? I think chat's coming from from Twitch. That's a nice twist. How are you kidding me, baby god? Priestess, no. Yeah, oh yeah. This is from a while ago. Alright. So yeah, Goblin 6 receives medical supplies. Goblin 12 is picking flowers. Goblin 11 sets an explosive off, killing Gobta and solo leveling Goblin. Goblin 13 and 15. Blown. I think Goblin 11 took Goblin 15's explosives because Goblin 15 didn't know how to use them and set them off while they weren't paying attention. Great job, Riz Goblin. The greatest Goblin Rizzer to ever Riz. Elf severely injures Dwarf and leaves him to die. What? What? Elf! You motherfucker! Why would you kill Dwarf? She's just like, I never really liked you ever. And Dwarf's like, I thought that was the feeling was mutual. I was like, well, no, I was trying to say that so I didn't feel bad, but fuck you. Dwarf got elfed. Dwarf got elfed. High elfed archered. And you know, Goblin 9 picking flowers. You know, being the fan favorite. Oh no. Goblin 16 poison Goblin 3's drink, but mistakes it for his own and dies? Well, Goblin 16, you've had it rough with getting injured and just sitting there, but you know, you got your just desserts. Got your just desserts being such a sweet tooth. All right. Goblin 1 is pricked by thorns while picking berries. We can only hope that Goblin 1 doesn't have any problems after that. Alright, and that's the last one. 5 cannon shots can be heard. Yes, the last cannon shots, there was 0. Today, 5. Goblin 2, our last time winner. Goblin 13, Gobta, was too nice. Got caught into some explosions. Goblin 15, killed by his own explosions. Dwarf having one of the biggest betrayals we've seen in this game. And Goblin 16, who was stupid. Night 4. Goblin 1 destroys Lizard Priest supplies while he was asleep. Goblin 9, 10, 3, 6, and 12 sleep in shifts. Goblin 8, Elf, Goblin King, track down and kill Goblin 11. Wow. We also still have 2 remaining Goblin Slayer members. Just 2. Wow. Once we get to a set of 4, I think, we'll do a poll on YouTube to see who you guys think is going to win. But we got to get it down, sadly. Can't do a bunch. Goblin 7. Oh, we missed Goblin 7. He's by himself. He just went to sleep. Oh. Oh, Goblin 7. You need to win, Goblin 7. You deserve it. Elf picks flowers. Elf, you can't make everyone change their minds. thinking that you're nice and all that. You can't do that. Goblin 10 injures himself. Goblin 6 fishes. I forgot Goblin 6 was still alive. Riz was not strong enough. Goblin 8 tries to spear fish with a trident. Oh my goodness. What is happening? Okay, they're all hunting. Alright, that's good. That's good. Lizard Priest, what are you doing? Okay, he received fresh food. He received cheese. That's his fresh... cheese! Goblin King picks flowers. Okay, Goblin King. I forgot you were still around, too. Alright. One cannon shot. It's Goblin 11. Alright. I think the next day, I think at least half of the people are gonna die. Let's see. Let me know what you guys think. What's gonna happen in the next day, in the chat. Goblin 1 fends Elf, Goblin King, and Goblin 10 away from his fire. Goblin 12 attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Goblin 8 begs for Goblin 7 to kill him. He refuses, keeping Goblin 8 alive. Goblin 6 receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Well, you know, that never ends well, I feel. Explosives are just too volatile. They're so much of a double-edged sword if you don't know how to use it properly. Lizard Priest quietly hums. Oh my god. Goblin 9 dies from hypothermia. No one said... Goblin 9 couldn't start a fire. Goblin 9 didn't know how to start a fire. And no one would help him. And he just died alone and cold. That's so sad. That is so... Wow. Yep. Sorry. Rest in peace, Goblin 9. Goblin 3 screams for help. His money can't work here, so now he's realizing he's going to die here probably. Goblin 6 dies from dysentery. He died the Goblin Slayer bridged away. He died from dysentery. Oh no! I don't care about what elf's happening, but Lizard Priest overpowering Goblin 7, killing him? 7, no! Alright, Lizard Priest, you're sadly on my shit list right now. How could you? Nobody... Goblin 7 was what was keeping everything balanced, and you destroyed that balance. Lizard Priest just wants chaos. How dare you, Lizard Priest? Goblin 7. What's going to happen to Goblin 8 now? Goblin 8 is depressed, thinking about home. Alright, so the whole gang here is their... Oh, they raided the Goblin King's camp while he was hunting. I don't think they think of him as a king anymore. I think they see him as a threat. But they know the Goblin King has power. So they decided to team up. Screw over his knight. I'm assuming Goblin King, because he can't freaking start a fire, didn't get anything, comes back home to nothing now. Wow. Goblin King, man, he might... I'm curious what's going to happen to him. God, Oh, arena event! Oh! Goblin King slowly pushes Goblin 3 closer to the cloud until he can't resist anymore. So does that mean Goblin 3 just died? Or did they both die? Oh my goodness. Look how crazy Goblin King is. David Bowie, man. What's it gotten hold of you, man? French Revolutionary times bring out the guillotines. Hello, Speedstar. Hi. Okay, the chat's not going off for Twitch for me for some reason. Alright, Elf survives. Lizard Priest sacrifices himself so Goblin 1 can get away? Did Lizard Priest realize his error? And be sacrificing himself for Goblin 1? Who's shown to be also very kind? What is going on? You guys are crazy. Elf is the last Slayer group survivor. Goblin 10 and Goblin 8 decide to run into the cloud together. Why do I imagine them holding their hands, and there's very long hands they both have, and they're just like, they frolic into the cloud together. Goblin 8 wanted to die for a longest time, and Goblin 10, I don't know, maybe they developed some sort of kinship or a love. And Goblin 10 was like, well, if you're going to die, I'm coming with you, baby. And then they do like a kiss, and then they jump in. All right. All right. This is, yep, let the bodies hit the floor, literally. Goblin 12 is engulfed in the cloud of poison smoke. Okay. Poisonous smoke. Okay, he's dead. Oh, all right, Goblin 12. So... I don't think anyone picked Elf. 8 cannon shots. Goblin 9, Goblin 6, Goblin 7, Goblin 3, Lizard Priest, Goblin 10, Goblin 8, and Goblin 12. Holy moly. I told you guys this was going to be a carnage. I told you guys this was going to be a bloodbath. At least half, and we're over half now. Alright, who do we have left? Well, I guess I can't do a fucking vote. RIP. I'm sorry, guys. Goblin King spears Elf in the abdomen. Goblin 1 dies trying to escape the arena. The winner is the Goblin King! What? Wow. I just want to assume Elf was like, alright, I've done what you need to do. Now you hold your end of the bargain. And the Goblin King is like, no, fuck you, and kills Elf after Elf's usefulness had expired. And then Goblin 1 just couldn't kill his former king. And was like, I can't do this. He's still my king. I can't throw away the last thing that I have, which is he just didn't want to do it anymore. Just didn't want to kill his king. And he died trying to escape the arena. Goblin 1 secretly, I feel like he should have been the winner. But the winner is the Goblin King from District 12. Holy moly. The Goblin King won, guys. The guy who couldn't make his own fire, the guy that everyone tried to screw over, and he still came up on top. Wow. Wow. The Goblin King had 4 kills. That might be the most kills. And Goblin 12's only kill was Goblin Slayer. Who had the most kills though? It probably is the Goblin King. Yep, it's the Goblin King. Goblin King had 4 kills. Sorry about that. It's the new shit. He's the king for a reason. You're right. You're damn right. Gosh, what's the side now? Do we want to do? I'll do a vote on YouTube, but also on Twitch. If you want to just say what you want, you say it too, and I'll add that as the votes. This is gonna be for what the next game is. Goblin round 2. Fast. I need to add more options. Oh, bye. Bye. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Lancey Gamer. I hope I said that right. I apologize if I didn't. Or Lancey. Remake the new group. Or yeah, no, just those 3. I don't think a 4th one's gonna work. All right, put a poll up. One's either redo the Goblin Slayer, we do the Goblin round again, but we remove the Goblin King and add a new Goblin in there. Redo the last rounds. I still have the saved rounds from before. Or we can remake groups, but that's going to take a hot minute. Because I have to go out there and put down the names. Got to decide who we're picking. And I got to just pick pictures on the spot through like Pinterest or something. Okay. So right now, looks like redo the last stream round. So that's going to be any of the 3 that we did last stream. We can remove the winner if we can remember who won in that round and just adjust it. And maybe we can do some small adjustments if the redo last scene wins. Y'all want more goblins? Get the goon goblin from Peter Grill. Oh gosh. Maybe. Maybe we'll do that. What about you over at Twitch? Option 2 sounds good. Okay. Well, you had 13 votes. So I'm assuming that Goblin Round 2 is still winning at the moment. Jackbox. Well, no, we're just maybe we'll do Jackbox another time. Maybe we'll do it on the Discord server as a fun night thing. That actually might be fun to do. I should maybe plan that. Oh, later, Alex. Thank you for coming. All right, we're going to close the poll in like a few minutes. Or not a few minutes. In like 30 seconds. All right. We'll just count to 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys want goblins. All right. I should have known. I should have known what the... Even though we do a lot of variety of animes, goblins still some people's favorite characters. And Goblin Slayer being one of the channel's biggest things also helps. Maybe just a tad bit. All right. Goblins round 2 wins. All right. Let's simulate again, but this time I posted the this is on brantsteele.net Hunger Games Simulator. You can just Google it. On our Discord, I post all the saved rounds that we do, and so this one's posted on our hashtag Hunger Games Simulator codes text chat on our Discord. You can join our Discord through this link. I'll post it both here and on our Twitch. Also, I'm thinking about probably start streaming on TikTok soon, since we have that account. That'd be really fun to stream there too. Reach more people, possibly. But okay. Oh, later, Crystal. Sorry that nature calls. All right. Okay. What goblin are we putting in? Let's try to make this quick so that we can start on the next stuff. So we had one vote on the Peter Grill goblin, which I do have an image right here apparently. A safe for work one for the most part. At least she's covered. That's good. She's got like bluish purple hair, green skin, and then there's some that are like pink skin, but I think those are like Onis, like ogres. What do we want, guys? What other goblin? Or are you just gonna let me pick? Let's see. Let's do this. Grim pick. We'll just call that Grim pick. We could also add a new Goblin Slayer cast. I'll add that in there. So it could be like, you know, Guild Girl or Witch or Fencer. It could even be one of the most randomest characters ever from Goblin Slayer. It could be Wizard Boy. You could add Wizard Boy in there. And then the last one I would do is, if for some reason you guys want this, we usually don't do this. There you go. I posted it. Could just keep Goblin King if you guys want it. Just see him get ripped up to pieces. What do you guys pick on Twitch? Let me know. No, the sewer bug. Orc Messiah. What the fuck? Goblinomicon Goblinomicon Goblin? I'm not sure what that one is. The poll is up. Vote. 9 votes. Should at least get up to 12 votes again. 10 votes. Do you guys just want the female goblin? You Gosh, guys. Some of you guys are interested in a new Goblin Slayer cast, but I yeah, I think your vote's gonna win the show. You opened up this Pandora box. Well, that's why you should always know what's going to maybe happen if you open up and say stuff like that. I know I've done that many times during scripting sessions where I just say something and I think it's just funny for the moment, but then someone just writes that in the way it is. And it also includes me when I'm reading scripts and I just do a blooper. I recorded for something that is can't really say what it is yet, but whole scheme of it, I accidentally improv'd a line, and they liked it so much that they ended up they adjusted the script just for that extra little bit of improv that I did. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, no. We love this. We want to add this. Can you record that again? They're like, okay. So that was pretty funny. I was just, trying to be professional. Can't be professional for a second, I guess. Oh, Rumble? Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. Okay, I'm gonna stop the poll. We're doing the Peter Grills. I hope I have the right one. If not, I don't know. But there's pink skin ones, and I don't think those are goblins. I'm gonna assume the green skin one is the goblin. Oh, this is a better image than the last one I saw. All right. All right, there she is, the Smexy Goonergob. All right. That was my second pick for a name. You can tell I put the S there thinking about your name, and I was like, nah. District 9's own. If Smexy Goonergob wins, you're going to be mad. That's my pick then. That's my pick to win then. Smexy Goonergob. And then who do I want to die first? I want the baby goblin to perish. Baby Goblin, Goblin 12, ruined my previous pick for Goblin Slayer to win. And if Goblin Slayer somehow wins, I'm going to call that my second pick. I'm going to say I still win in a way. But, like, not if someone actually picked. What do you guys want? Who do you guys want to win? And who do you want to see perish first? What are we picking? Let me try to get the screen here. There we go. You have all these characters to pick from. You're joining me, Mason? For the Gooner? If Goblin 14 kills, if one of the two girls kill each other, that's going to be insane. I mean, the girls should not be fighting each other. They should be working together. You want Goblin 9 to win? My money's on Dwarf to win. Lizard Priest dies first. Yeah, Lizard Priest was pretty naughty last game. Big Goblin Slayer, Elf and Elf first, or like either wins or dies. Okay, that's an interesting pick. Elf pretty much betrayed a lot of people. I wonder if she's going to get the shit treatment coming soon. All right. Hopefully we could do a poll near the end of see who do we want to win, but that's unless that shit that happened last game doesn't happen again, where they immediately kill each other. So who do we want? Okay, no, we already picked. All right. I think we're ready to start then. All right. Also, one last thing. Donations are in the descriptions of the videos. If you want to donate to help support Goblin Slayer Bridge, it's right there. And if we get up close to the goal somehow, then I will be showing previews of our Freeman in a Nutshell parody clips. At least maybe like 1 or 2. Let me copy here. There we go. All right. There we go. That blab stuff's done and over with. Let's begin the new game. The Goblin Game 2.0. All right, here we go. Let's get a new song going. I don't want to feel like we're starting. All right, not bad. That's an okay song. All right. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Goblin 14 runs away from the cornucopia. Goblin 2 runs away from the cornucopia. Lizard Priest grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. Wow, Lizard Priest, you failed already. Goblin 10 runs away from the cornucopia. Goblin 9 takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. Goblin 16 runs away from the cornucopia. Goblin 15 runs away from the cornucopia. Goblin 4 rips a mace out of Goblin Slayer's hand. Goblin 8 runs away from the cornucopia. Goblin 7 runs away from the cornucopia. Elf runs into the cornucopia and hides. Dwarf grabs a jar of fish bait with Goblin 3 getting fish. Oh, wow, Goblin 3 is getting fishing gear. Well, that's going to be hard to fish without bait. Goblin 12 runs. Goblin 1 falls in a frozen lake and... Well, I guess that takes away a lot of people's pick for who's going to die first. Okay. Goblin 17 clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Priestess scares Goblin 5 away from the cornucopia. Goblin 11 runs. Goblin Paladin runs. Goblin 6 runs. Gobta takes a handful of throwing knives. And Smexy Gunner Goblin runs away. Lizard Priest immediately goes hunting on day 1. Goblin 4 chases Goblin 15. Smexy Gunner Goblin, Goblin 5, Goblin Paladin, Goblin 17 all raid Goblin 6 camp while he is hunting. Goblin 11, Goblin 8, and Goblin 13 get into a fight against Gobta, and Gobta kills both of them. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right, two more bite the dust. Goblin 12 and Goblin 2 hunt for more tributes. Goblin 10 makes a slingshot. Elf discovers a river. Goblin 3 discovers the same river. Goblin 7 diverts Goblin Slayer's attention and runs away. Goblin 14 receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. I wonder why. Goblin 16 searches for firewood. Goblin 9 receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Dwarf receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. Priestess injures herself. Okay, doesn't mean Priestess is dead. We've seen characters injured this note before. So we'll see. Three cannon shots can be heard. Goblin 1, who was the first to die. So congrats to anyone who did pick Goblin 1, but I don't think anyone said on chat. Goblin 11 and Goblin 8 also sadly passed. All right. That was the first. Oh, no, we're at night 1 now. Lizard Priest thinks about home. Goblin 16 lets Dwarf into his shelter. Goblin 12 tends to his wounds. Goblin 9 and Goblin 10 talk about the tributes. Still alive. All right. Goblin 14 quietly hums. Goblin 7 and Goblin 6 talk about the tribute still alive. Goblin 15 stabs Goblin 2 while his back is turned. Damn, Goblin 2 and Goblin 1 are not having good games. The moment we introduce all the other goblins, they've just not been having a good time. Goblin 17 thinks about winning. All right. Priestess tends the Goblin Paladin's wounds. Goblin 5 destroys Goblin 3 supplies while he is asleep. Why the fuck is Priestess... Whatever. We figured some of these Goblin Slayer characters we're gonna just not be dedicated to the rules because of the game's setup. Smexy Gooner Goblin goes to sleep. Oh no! All the cameras pointed at her sleeping. Goblin Slayer cooks his food before putting his fire out. Goblin 4 cooks his food before putting his fire out. Goblin 13 and Elf huddle for warmth. Oh no. Did Gobta find a girl finally? And why is Elf allowing this to happen? Is she insane? She hallucinating? Alright. Goblin 5 camouflages himself in the bush with all of his experience as being in the armed forces. He's using all of his experience and is rearing to aim for the win. Goblin 7 receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. I would not trust this face with explosives. Alright. Goblin 12 overhears Smexy Gooner Goblin and Goblin 15 talking in the distance. Goblin Paladin scares Goblin 3 off. Elf falls into a pit and dies! Congratulations to the guy who picked Elf to win and to die. Sadly, Elf didn't die first, but you at least got a win somehow. Goblin 4, Goblin 14, Goblin 16, and Goblin 10 raid Priestess's camp while she is hunting. Poor fucking Priestess, but that's what you get for helping Goblin Paladin, alright? And Lizard Priest is still thinking about home. Goblin 6 diverts Dwarf's attention and runs away. Goblin Slayer chases Goblin 17. Goblin 13 discovers a river. Goblin 9 thinks about home. Gosh, Goblin Slayer, he's doing his job. He's getting rid of the pests. Oh my. Arena event unlocked, sadly. A monstrous hurricane wreaks havoc in the arena. Gobta survives. Goblin 4 stabs Lizard Priest and pushes him close enough to the hurricane to suck him in. Goblin Paladin pushes Goblin 15 into an incoming boulder. Gosh. Goblin 10 survives. Oh no! Oh no! Goblin Slayer! Goblin 9! Oh no! Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Chat, what do you think is gonna happen here? Oh my. Oh no. Goblin Slayer to win and Goblin 12 needs to die. Oh boy. Oh no. Goblin 9 and Goblin Slayer have children. That's the best outcome. They become good friends. Oh no. Okay. Alright. We're hoping for a happy ending with these two. Let's see. Oh my god. Goblin Slayer stabs Goblin 9 and pushes him close enough to Hurricane to suck him in. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry. for all the Goblin 9 fans. I'm so sorry. Oh, I bet Goblin Slayer, like, as he stabbed him, surprisingly, he's like, the only good goblin is a dead goblin. So let's make you good. And pushes him off. Alright. Oh no, Priestess and Baby Goblin. Oh no. Priestess tries to save Baby Goblin from being stuck into the hurricane, only to be sucked in as well! Priestess, no! Did you not learn? Did you not learn? Goblin Slayer. Goblin Slayer. This is what happened when you killed Goblin 9. You gain karma. Oh. Alright. Goblin 16 manages to survive. Goblin 17 tries to save Goblin 3 from being sucked in the hurricane, only to be sucked in as well. RIP. Goblin 7 survives. Hell yeah. Dwarf is incapacitated by flying debris and dies. Oh no. Oh no, Dwarf. I thought you would be able to dodge all that since you're always throwing freaking rocks. Oh, my pick died. No! Smexigunar Goblin is is fucking dead from flying debris. She's incapacitated. No! She might come out of this. Oh, rip. Rip. Shonaku's Gunnar Goblin dead. Wow. Goblin 14 tries to save Goblin 6. Both the girls are dead! No more girls! This is a boy show now. This is a hot dog fest now, I believe. I think all the girls are dead. Wow. No, the joke. Oh my god, how many have died? How many people have died? What is going on? How many people are dead? Oh my goodness. 14 cannon shots! Oh my god! What? This is the most people I think have ever died in one night. Of all my time doing the Hunger Games simulator. I've never seen 14 characters die in a day. Someone just dropped a nuke into the whole arena. Alright, well, Goblin 2, Elf, Lizard Priest, Goblin 15, Goblin 9, Priestess, Goblin 12, Goblin 17, Goblin 3, Dwarf, Smexigunar Goblin, Goblin 14, Goblin 6, and Goblin 5 all have sadly passed on. Okay. So far, got Goblin Slayer with 1 kill, Goblin 4 with 1 kill, Goblin 7, Goblin 10, Goblin 13, Goblin 16, and Goblin Paladin. Gobta has the most kills right now. Alright, we can't do a poll yet because we only can do up to 4. Who's your current pick to win? So Smexigunar Goblin died. I'm going to go with Goblin Slayer as my backup. Baby Goblin died, but didn't die first. That was my pick. 10 wins this. You want Smiling Friends Goblin to win? Goblin 7 got this? Yeah, Oscar, yeah! Gobta? I can see that. Goblin 10. 2 picks for Goblin 10. All right. All right, we got some Goblin 10. What about you over at Twitch? Rip Goblin 9. Yeah. Yep. Big rip. Slayers FS. Oh, Slayer. Yeah. I think Goblin Slayer is the last Slayer group member. All right. All right. I guess we got a lot of people want to see Goblin 10 to win. I think that's the majority. Okay. Yeah, no, some of you guys want Goblin Slayer to win too. Yeah. So I think Goblin Slayer and Goblin 10 are the 2 biggest picks. I think Gobta and Goblin 7 are right there. And no one cares about Goblin 16 and Paladin. All right. All right. Let's go to the next day and see if everyone's going to be calm or we're going to see more chaos ensue. Let's find out. Right off the bat, Goblin 13. Night 2, by the way. Goblin 13 kills Goblin 7 with a sickle. Rip Goblin 7. I think we had 1 Goblin 7 pick. I'm so sorry, Oscar. Goblin Paladin thinks about winning. He might be thinking that, but we'll see. We'll be the judge of that. Goblin 16, Goblin Slayer, and Goblin 4 cheerfully sing songs together. Goblin 10 sees a fire, but stays hidden. That's good. It's good, Goblin 10. Gotta be cautious. All right, we got 1 death. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if 1 more had died, we could have done a vote. The feast? The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Goblin 16 sets Goblin 13 on fire with a Molotov. Rip Gobta. I'm so sorry. Goblin 16 got really jealous that you got more votes than him. Goblin 4 cannot handle the circumstances and commits off screen. Goblin 4 wanted to be an off-screen character. Holy moly. Are we gonna... Goblin Slayer decides not to go to the cornucopia. I mean, to the feast. So Goblin Slayer took the safe route. Goblin 10 kills Goblin Paladin with a hatchet. All right, so it's Goblin 16, Goblin Slayer, and Goblin 10. Oh my gosh, come on, Goblin Slayer. Come on. All right, let's do a vote. Let's do a vote real quick. Who wins? Only 3 left. On Twitch, if you want to just post who you want to win, just type it down. Wait, Goblin 60. I was about to put Goblin 3 for some reason. There we go. Start poll. Vote for who you want to win, so we can see if the majority wins or not. Goblin Slayer for Alec. Goblin Slayer for the 2 votes. 2 votes. And we got another Slayer. I think Goblin Slayer is at 67. 12 votes. I'm closing it in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Let's see if we didn't jinx this. Let's go, Goblin Slayer. You can do it for once. It's Goblin. You got this. The Smiley Friend Goblin might be really intimidating, but you got Goblin 16 at least. All right. Goblin 10 attacks Goblin Slayer, but Goblin Slayer manages to escape. Goblin 16 dies from an infection. It's Goblin 10. Goblin 10 versus Goblin Slayer. Oh my goodness. Oh no. This is day 3. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so close. This is so close. Mm. All right. I don't need to ask who you guys think is going to win. All right. Budge, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Oh.
It's the moist zone.
Oh, hello? Taco? 200 are gobbling it? Taco coming in. Thank you so much. We might get to see a preview of the Frieren. One of the Frieren shorts. Holy moly. That's so awesome. Please thank Taco. Oh, why is Taco is like my forbidden love. Like, I want to love him, but he always comes and goes. He's like Gone with the Wind. He always gives me that one, like, beautiful one-liner and just goes off in the wind. Taco will forever be one of our biggest supporters and backers for this channel. Thank you again. No, screw that. He is the biggest. He's the biggest. All right. Thank you so much, Taco. If you're still in the chat. Love you. All right. Well, while we're here, let's see who's gonna win. No, you! How dare you come back with another one-liner? No, you. All right. All right. All right, guys. Just gonna pull the trigger. Who's gonna win? Oh, well, before that, 5 cannon shots can be heard. Goblin 7, Goblin 13, Goblin 4, Goblin Paladin, and Goblin 16. All right. Oh, here we go. They both only have 1 kill. Who has the most kills? It was Gobta. Gobta had 13 kills before he passed. Well, at least Gobta was the killer. All right. All right, guys. Here we go. Goblin Slayer poisons Goblin 10's drink, but mistakes it for his own and dies? No! What the? Goblin Slayer! I thought Goblin Slayer was going to win! No! Dang it. Well, congratulations to all the Goblin 10 fans there. Goblin 10 supremacy. I guess, of course, this happened because the new season of Smiling Friends is airing. I want to say this was rigged. This was rigged. So that makes Goblin 10 the winner of the second round on this stream. Oh. Wow. That was crazy, dude. I can't believe Goblin Slayer got tricked. Goblin Slayer, the master calculator. He didn't know what his drink was. Okay. I'm going to do a poll. We're going to have 2 choices. Now, I'll explain it in detail to make sure people don't get confused. But I'm going to do a poll deciding what we're going to do for the rest of this stream. So either we do one more round of Hunger Games Simulator, or we go straight to showing the Fririn preview for one of the skits.
It's the moist zone.
Or 2, because Taco comes in, guns blazing. What did you write, Taco? Taco, you're insane, dude. What the fuck? I wish I had a Goblin Slayer. I wish we had something for Goblin Slayer to show as a preview now, but we don't, sadly. What is... Back to dashboard. What did you do? What did you do, Taco? Okay, where's my money, Jackie boy? What? You're giving me? You're donating 200. What are you talking about? You mean where's the stuff to show? Yeah, we'll do that in a second. Holy shit. Okay. Let me re-explain the rules before Taco just took the breath out of my freaking mouth. Okay. Either we do one more round of Hunger Games Simulator and then show the preview, or we just go straight to the previews and be done. I think I know which ones you guys picked, but if you guys wanted to see it faster, then we're going to have to end it because I'll have to, yeah, regardless, I still have to show it. So, I guess it's a stupid poll, but whatever. All right, let's do this poll. I already know what's gonna win. I already know what's gonna win. I don't know why I even bother with this poll. If it hits the 10 votes, so what you guys think? What do you guys want on Twitch? Yeah, Alec. Yeah, Taco is. He is the legendary Taco. He needs his own kind of monument for the channel. Taco coming in, blowing our minds. Taco is the Santa Claus of these streams. Helping supporting the shit we do on top of the fact that he just wants everyone to enjoy stuff early. Goddamn Taco. You're crazy. In a good way. All right, I'm going to end the poll there. We had 10 votes. I already know what we got. Everyone wants one more thing. All right. You know what? Taco's going to... We're going to goblin-fy you, Taco. You're going to be a goblin Taco. Let me see if there's an image right now. Is there a goblin Taco? He's not exactly a goblin, but like it's perfect. Yeah, okay. Okay. We'll add him regardless as a Taco account. It's not the most flattering picture of you, Taco, but it's the closest thing to you being a goblin and a Taco. I have the picture though. No, because that's not fair to the other goblins. Insta win. Well, again, you know, we'll nerf you a bit. You know, we'll cut off, you know, all your limbs and all that. You know, give everyone a fair chance. All right. Okay, guys. Next question. I guess I'll have to do one more poll for this. Sorry. Polls. Ahoy. What's the final round? Are we going to use. All right. I'm not really pumped up for the third one because it would take time to do it, but I left it in there just in case what you guys want. Also, the cast from the last stream, Taco would be in there too. We're adding Taco regardless to any of these. Just if that changes your mind. I know you guys have been big about the goblins, and it's clearly showing. Okay, no, we're tied now. We're tied. Yeah, Taco Gob's gonna be in either or. All right. In 30 seconds, or when we get one final vote to make it 10 votes, we'll end the poll. What do you guys over at Twitch want? Anyone in the Twitch chat want to let us know? You want? The options are on the screen there. Option 1, use the cast from the last stream. So not in this stream, but the previous stream we did. Do another round of goblins. Both of them, we add Taco. Or the one that might be rough is making a new cast. Option 1 from Twitch Wolf. Thank you. All right. Then, well, dang. Sadly, someone picked more goblins, so actually, would that tie it? Yeah, that would tie it. Oh, no. Now another person voted. Yeah, no. That would make more goblins. All right. Closing the polls. Alec, if you have a vote, if you haven't done it already, let us know. But I'm ending it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Sorry, I was just noticing people were searching their votes. All right, it's done. You guys really like goblins, huh? All right. Goblin 10 won. So now Taco Gob. I think, should we Taco Goblin or Taco Gob? I feel like Taco Gob is like some goblin heard the name Taco and it's like, I thought my name Taco Gob. Gob. All right, Taco Gob it is. That is your goblin name, Taco. Taco Gob. All right. This is not 100% an actual goblin, but this might unfortunately be AI though. Fuck. I don't know if I want to use that then. I'll put it in for right now, but I don't think there's any other ones that are tacos. Oh boy. Taco. Okay, maybe that one will work. Yeah, this looks fun. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the image I had, and if you guys don't want it, I'll pick the other one. This one that looks like it's from an actual artist. There we go. All right. Taco, do you approve? Taco, do you approve of your image? Oh shit. Is that good or bad? You following me? All right, all right. We'll use this, I guess. This is the one time I'll use something. I'm suspicious about where this came from, but just to save time. All right, guys. One more goblin round. Okay. Let us proceed. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to add since this was our last one, possibly. No, I think this is fine. I think this is all good. All right, here we go. The final round. As the tribute stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Goblin Paladin runs away from the cornucopia. Goblin 2 and Goblin 7 fight for a bag. Goblin 2 gives up and retreats. Shonaku's Gunnar Goblin runs away from the cornucopia. I forgot we were supposed to pick who we want to win and die. So let's just all pretend we all picked Elf. Elf accidentally stepped on a landmine. Elf, man, you had this coming for you. Type in the comments in the chat. Who do you want to win? We all voted for Elf to die first, so we all win. But who do you want to win besides Elf? Let us know. Goblin 14 for the win. Take that, Elf. Taco Gob for the win. And Goblin 6 to die. All right, we got a pick from over at Twitch from Twitch Wolf for Taco Gob to win. Yeah. Taco for first death. But you lose because Elf died first because I was stupid. Didn't ask. Oh. Taco Gob's my pick. I want Taco Gob to win. But I also want Taco Gob to die. I want him to die next. Okay. All right, well, anyways, let's keep going. Okay, we had Gunnar Gob for the win. Hell yeah. Goblin 9 stays in the cornucopia for resources. All right. All right, Goblin 3 runs away from the cornucopia. 17 snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Taco Gob takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. Goblin 11, Goblin 5, and Dwarf work together to get as many supplies as possible. That is a scary group, actually. Goblin 14 runs away from the cornucopia. Goblin 12 grabs a jar of fishing bait while Priestess gets fishing gear. Oof. Goblin 6 runs away with a lighter and some rope. Goblin 1 runs away. Goblin 8 snatches a bottle of alcohol and rag. Goblin Slayer straight up runs away. Same with Lizard Priest. Goblin 5 grabs a sword. Goblin 13 runs away. Goblin 16 takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. And last but not least, Goblin 4 takes a sickle as well from inside the cornucopia. All right. Already got a death. Day 1. Goblin 7 discovers a cave. That's how it starts. The crazy character finds a cave, becomes a hermit, comes out, and just goes on a killing spree. Let's see if Goblin 7 can be the murderer that he is. Deep down, the sad, lonely, peaceful Goblin 7 is going to turn crazy. Just watch. Goblin 8 diverts Goblin 15's attention and runs away. Yeah, Goblin 15 has a sword. Excuse me? Goblin Slayer and Priestess threaten a double suicide. It fails and they die? What was the point of the threat? I'm confused. What were they trying to get out of each other for doing that? What? How did that... They were threatening to do it for some reason, and they failed at the threat because they actually were successful, I guess is what was happening. I guess maybe they were at some sort of dire situation where for some reason they both threatened to do it? I don't know. That's kind of a weird one. But, alright, our main characters are dead. What's going on here? They make my head hurt. I agree. I agree, Twitch Wolf. Gob 6 overhears Gob 4 and Goblin Paladin talking in the distance. 14 makes a wooden spear. Goblin 2 scares 3 off. Goblin 5 receives clean water. 16 and 11 fight Lizard Priest, and 13. 16 and 11 survive. RIP Lizard Priest and Gobta. I'm assuming they died because only 16 and 11 came out alive. What do you mean main characters? Taco still lives. I was almost going to say that joke. I'm so happy you took it. You said it. All right, Taco Gob is always been the main character, but if people doubted it, he is now. For sure, the main character of this. Gob 1 tries to spear fish with a trident. Oh. Taco Gob constructs a taco shack to sell tacos. Taco Gob wants to build a Taco Bell in the arena where people are fighting to their deaths. Goblin 9 camouflages himself in the bushes. Great. Oh no. Goblin 17 was scared off by our Smexy Gooner Gob. What? Dwarf silently snaps Goblin 12's neck. That is a baby! That is a baby, Dwarf! What? What the fuck? Dwarf! I did not know why I could picture it. That's disgusting. Oh my goodness. Dwarf! You ruthless motherfucker! Fantasy racism ain't a joke. I agree. Alright, 6 cannon shots can be heard. Elf died. Oh my god, everyone but Dwarf died from their group! What? Oh my god. Lizard Priest, Goblin 13, and Goblin 12. God. Okay. Anyways, night 1. Taco Gob convinces Goblin Paladin to snuggle with him. Okay. All right, Taco. I see your game. I see your game. All right. You can't hide. Can't hide. You're trying to sleep with the competition so you can come up on top. I see how it is. You don't want to just kill them. You want to break their hearts and let them do it all for you. Are you gonna gaslight everyone, Taco? Is that what's gonna happen? You're gonna gaslight everyone? It's gonna be like a. It's not gonna be a love triangle. It's gonna be like a love pentagon or something. You can be my paladin anytime, Jackie. Oh, you know, I would. I would jump into that religion any day. I would be your paladin. Fight for your cause. All right. Goblin 5 receives medical supplies. Goblin 16 starts a fire. Goblin 1 convinces Smexy Gunner Goblin to snuggle with him. All right. All right, Goblin 1, you got game. All right. I'm going to assume one of you guys decided to give Dwarf a hatchet for how cruel he was. You guys are just fueling the fire, which is Dwarf. Oh my god. Goblin 11 treats his infection. Alright. Goblin 9, Goblin 6, Goblin 3 discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Oh boy. Goblin 14 fends Goblin 4, 7, and 8 away from her fire. Goblin 17 questions his sanity. Goblin 2 goes to sleep. Goblin 15 receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Why do you always keep getting explosives and shit? He earned that hatchet. All right. Day 2. Goblin 5 and 4 hunt for other tributes. Smexy Gunner Goblin discovers a cave. Goblin 1 stalks Goblin 16. Goblin Paladin hunts for other tributes. Goblin 11 steals Goblin 2 from Goblin 2 while he isn't looking. Goblin 17 receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Goblin 7 and Taco Gob hunt for other tributes. Goblin 3 tries to spear fish with a trident. Goblin 9 sprains his ankle while running from Goblin 6. Goblin 14 makes a slingshot. Goblin 8 hunts for other tributes. Goblin 15 practices his archery. Dwarf receives another hatchet. Stop giving this man hatchets! This guy's gonna be the hatchet man. No one died. No one died today. All right. Night 2. Goblin 17 receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Goblin 16 is awoken by nightmares. Goblin 5 stabs Goblin 2 in the back with a trident. Why does Goblin 5 look like he would have a trident? Alright. Rip Goblin 2. Goblin 2 and Goblin 1 have not had fun in any of these games. Maybe Goblin 1 will change that, but Goblin 2 will not see the light of day ever again. Goblin 7, Taco Gob, Gob 6, and Gob 15 tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Goblin 11 is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Goblin 14 questions her sanity. Goblin 9 climbs a tree to rest. Smexy Gunner Gob and Gob 3 sleep in shifts. Dwarf looks at the night sky, sharpening his newly obtained hatchets. Goblin 4 sets up camp for the night. Goblin Paladin quietly hums. Goblin 1 climbs a tree. Goblin 8 questions his sanity. Dwarf overhears Goblin 6 and Smexy Gunner Goblin talking in the distance. Goblin 3, Goblin 16, Goblin 15, and Taco Gob hunt for other tributes. Goblin Paladin travels to higher grounds. Goblin 5 defeats Goblin 4 in a fight but spares his life. Goblin 14 steals from Goblin 1 while he isn't looking. Man, Goblin 1 did nothing to ya. She's probably jealous that Goblin 1 got to snuggle up with the other girl. Goblin 8 questioning his sanity. Is lore accurate? Goblin 9 runs away from Goblin 17. Goblin 11 begs for Goblin 8 to kill him. He refuses, keeping Goblin 11 alive. Goblin 11 sad he can't start a fire. Goblin 7 camouflages himself in the bush. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Rip Goblin 2. Lore accurate. All right. Dwarf receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Gosh, what do you guys... Dwarf is loved. What are you guys doing? This guy killed a baby! What is wrong with people? Goblin 16 receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Goblin 9 starts a fire. Nice. Goblin 15 fends Goblin 14, 17, and 11 away from his fire. Smexy Gunner Goblin and Goblin 4 sleep in shifts. Goblin 8 receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Goblin 3 questions his sanity. Goblin 3 never has it easy. Goblin 6 thinks about home. Goblin 5 is awoken by nightmares, probably from his past. Probably got PTSD. He's got post-traumatic trauma or whatever. Taco Gob sees a fire but stays hidden. Gob Paladin looks at the night sky. Goblin 1 loses sight of where he is. Totally relatable, Goblin 1. Goblin 7 tends to his wounds. Oh no, Goblin 7. Please don't die. Goblin 11 hunts for other tributes. Goblin 17 injures himself. Goblin 7 receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Thank you! Thank you, whoever decided to help this little boy out. Goblin 6 discovers a cave. Goblin 1 diverts Taco Gob's attention and runs away. Taco, stop going after Goblin 1, dude. Goblin 1's trying to just find love, all right? Don't do that. Dwarf overhears Spexy Gunner Goblin 15 talking in a distance. Goblin 9 throws a knife into Goblin 16's head. Holy crap. Why is everyone discovering a cave? Goblin Paladin discovers a cave. Goblin 15 sprains his ankle while running away from Goblin 8. Does that mean Goblin 8 got him? I guess we'll find out. Goblin 8, gosh. Goblin 4, Goblin 3 work together for the day. Goblin 14 tries to sleep for the entire day. Alright, no, it's just Goblin 16. One cannon shot can be heard. What's everyone's status? Goblin 5 had 1 kill. Goblin 9 had 1 kill. Dwarf still has 1 kill. We all know who he killed. Goblin 11 killed 2? And Goblin 16 got 2 before he passed. Alright. Goblin 3 tries to treat his infection. Goblin 5, I'm sorry, we don't have, not 15. Goblin 5 attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Goblin 7 fends Goblin 17, 4, and Smexy Gunner Goblin away from his fire. Goblin 9 goes to sleep. Goblin 8, 1, and Dwarf cheerfully sing songs together. Alright. God, Dwarf, what are you doing? Goblin 6 stays awake all night. Goblin 15 attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Taco Gob starts a fire. Goblin Paladin and Goblin 11 huddle for warmth. Goblin 14 quietly hums. What are you doing, Goblin 14? What are you doing? Taco Gob, you're just starting fires. Alright, Goblin 3. Day 5. Goblin 3 tries to spearfish with a trident. Goblin 15 unknowingly eats toxic berries. Well, rest in peace. And then Goblin 8, funny enough, karma hits. He injures himself. Goblin 14 yet again tries to sleep through the entire day. Are you just depressed, Goblin 14? Goblin 9 injured himself. Goblin 17 injured himself. Goblin 1's practicing his archery. Goblin 6 constructs a shack to compete against the taco shack from across the river. Goblin 7 attacks Dwarf, but he manages to escape. No! God! Goblin 7, he should have finished the job. Oh no, Taco Gob. Taco Gob discovers the same cave that everyone else discovers. Smexy Gunner Gob travels to higher ground. Goblin Paladin chases Goblin 5. Goblin 11 injures. Everyone's injuring themselves. What are you guys doing? Goblin 4 accidentally steps on a landmine. Rip. 2 cannon shots can be heard. Goblin 15 and Goblin 4. Smexy Gunner Goblin questions his sanity. Goblin 5 tracks down and kills Goblin 17. No more games for you, Goblin 17. I thought Goblin 5 would have actually died that one time, but I guess not. Smexy Gunner Gob is questioning how sexy she is. Goblin 9, Goblin 8, Goblin 3, Goblin 11, and Dwarf sleep in shifts. Goblin Paladin and Taco Gob fight Goblin 1 and Goblin 6. Goblin 1 and Goblin 6 survives? Oh no! Does that mean Taco Gob died? Oh no. That's funny enough. Taco Gob. I guess it was I the Goblin Paladin? Was I your Paladin? Did I die for you, Taco? Why did that work that way? I think they died, guys. That sucks. I guess I win. I picked him to die and win. I half win. Goblin 14 attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Goblin 7 sees that fire. Oh, well, she didn't. Goblin sees a fire, but stays hidden. All right, Goblin 7. Welp. All right, well, let's see if you're alive or not. Goblin 5, Goblin 1, and Smexy Goblins hunt for other tributes. Dwarf questions his sanity. Yeah, you killed that baby, dude. You're pretty much fucked in the head. I'm glad you're starting to realize that. Goblin 11 picks flowers. Goblin 7 begs for Goblin 9 to kill him. He refuses, keeping Goblin 7 alive. Goblin 3 kills Goblin 14 for her supplies. Goblin 3, you're fucked up, dude. You're not as fucked up as Dwarf, but you're right there next to him on the fucking pyramid. Oh no. He's going through withdrawal, so you don't think he cares about the crimes? Oh no. Dwarf huffing them rocks, you know, them special rocks. Dwarf, I thought you were recovering, dude. Dude, come on. Goblin 6 batches Goblin 8's head against a rock several times. Damn, Goblin 6. Coming in, killing one of the favorites. 5 cannon shots can be heard. Yep. Rip Taco. I'm sorry. At least I went down with you. At least we fought together. 17, Goblin Paladin, Taco Gob, Goblin 14, and Goblin 8. A lot of people's favorites have died. That sucks. Goblin 6 and Goblin 3 huddle for warmth. Dwarf loses sight of where he is. I would too, you know, if you were doing shit like that. Goblin 1 thinks about winning. Oh my gosh, if Goblin 1 wins, that's gonna be such a fucking... He's an underdog. Woo! Goblin 5, Smexy Gunner Goblin, and Goblin 7 cheerfully sing together. Goblin 9 climbs a tree to rest. That's true. Dwarf, I think Dwarf's not been drinking this whole time. That's probably a better withdrawal to have. Goblin 11 throws a knife into Goblin 5's head. Shit! Didn't Goblin 5 throw something? No. It was Goblin 16. Yeah, Goblin 9 threw the knife at Goblin 16. Oh, I did not realize the feast event's happening. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs of the tribute's families. Goblin 11 just straight up kills Goblin 5. Goblin 9 decides not to go. Goblin 1 decides not to go. Oh. I want a third option. Where's the ref? Well, Taco, you can pick a successor. You can pick a successor if you want. Oh, boy. Dwarf, Goblin 3, and Goblin 7 confront each other, but grab what they want slowly to avoid conflict. Okay. Smexy Gunner Goblin stabs Goblin 6 in the back with a trident. Let's just say her spear. Day 7. Smexy Gunner Gob severely injures Goblin 11, aka the Riz Goblin, and puts him out of his misery. Goblin 9 attacks Goblin 1, but he manages to escape. Goblin 3 searches for a water source. Dwarf thinks about home. Goblin 7 hunts for the other tributes. All right, how many do we have left? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have 6 left. What are we thinking here, guys? Who is going to win? Is your pick still there? Gunner for the win? Okay. All right. I don't want to pick Dwarf. I don't want to pick Dwarf right now. I can't condone the shit he's doing. So I want Goblin 1 to win. I want Goblin 1 to win. He's my underdog. He's my boy. Goblin 1. I know we have some people for Goblin 9, I believe. So yeah, all right. Let's see if we can get down to the top 4 or lower to do a vote poll. Hopefully soon. Dwarf, you're voting for Dwarf, Dylan? How dare you? Dwarf's done a lot of evils here. 3 cannon shots can be heard. Goblin 5, Goblin 6, and Goblin 11. You will be missed, but sadly forgotten. I'm sorry. All right, status report. Who's got the most kills? Goblin 6 had 3 kills before he died. Goblin 5 had 2. Goblin 1 has 2. Goblin 11 had 3? Wow, a lot of the killers died. Ooh, and Smexy Gunner Goblin. Shonaku's very own Gunner Goblin has 2 kills. All right, maybe she'll come up with more. You want the Gunner to lose? I hope she wins. If mine doesn't win, I hope she wins. All right. All right. Night 7. Goblin 7 receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. I should probably take a drink. I'm starting to realize my mouth is drying out. Dwarf receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Stop. Stop enabling this man. This dwarf. No, you did it to yourself, Shonaku. Don't scream at me. Goblin 1 sets an explosive off, killing Goblin 3 and Smexy Gunner Goblin? What? What? Goblin 1, why would you do that? You're my pick. Stop killing my runner-ups. All right? Goblin 9 screams for help. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, that's our top 4. Wait. Wait. I have never seen this happen before. All of them are hunting for other tributes, and there's no one to hunt. What? Maybe they don't realize? I've never seen this happen. This is 2 things I haven't, like, the most kills in one day. It was like 15 or 14 kills. And then this. This is crazy. They all got drunk, yeah. From the resources Dwarf got. Dwarf wanted to share, was willing to share. It's like, what? Like, all right, boys. Drinking. Because tomorrow night, I'm going to kill all of you. And all the other goblins are like, I don't care. Give me the booze. I want to drink my pain away. Okay. I can do the vote now. Sweet. Who wins? Dwarf. Goblin 1. Goblin 9. And Goblin 7. I really like this like roster right now, to be honest. Besides, I love that Dwarf's there, but I hate Dwarf's there at the same time. But he makes it interesting. All right. Polls up now. If you're on Twitch, please just type in who you want. All right, Twitch Wolf wants Goblin 1 to win. Hell yeah. Amen. What do we want? What do we want? What, Dwarf? You guys are crazy, dude. If I could vote, I'd vote for Goblin 1. Dwarf? All right. All right. We're going to end the poll in 10 seconds. Goblin 1's going to win because he's number 1. Yeah, he's got the Bleach opening. I was about to sing the Bleach song, but I was about to sing the version that is not good. It's like a parody version I sing to some of my friends, like an inside joke. Oh gosh. It's about a boner. I sing it with the number 1 song from Bleach. Oh no. Alright. I'm gonna end the poll in 5 seconds. Ending now. So all y'alls want Dwarf to win. Alright. I see where we're going here. You guys need therapy. Alright. Day 8. So I guess we're going tonight. Nope, we got the Tribute Falls, and it's 3 and 12. I mean, 3 in Smexigunar Gob. Rest in peace. Who currently alive? Goblin 4 has 4 kills! Ah! And Goblin 7 is the only one without a kill. So Goblin 7. Alright, here we go. Goblin 1 got the most kills. No one's on 7. I think 7 might like have an advantage with that. We'll see. Goblin 1 receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Goblin 9 destroys Dwarf supplies while he's asleep. Damn, Dwarf had so much supplies. Oh my God. Dwarf. Goblin 7, no! Goblin 7 accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Okay. All right. I feel so bad for 7. The 7, he killed nobody. He did nothing wrong. He just died. He had it coming? What do you mean he had it coming? Don't you dare say that. Goblin 7 now exists in 7 different states. You guys are crazy. Alright. Goblin 7 was not picked at all. So I wonder if everyone's going to die accordingly to, like, least to greatest. I guess technically Goblin 1 and Goblin 9 would have to die at the same time. We'll see. Goblin 9 kills... I mean, Goblin 1 kills Goblin 9 while he's resting! Dwarf practices his archery. You're not high elf archer, dude. You're not. Get good. Wow. Between Goblin 1 and Dwarf now. Dwarf misses elf. All right. All right. Goblin 1 is my vote. Goblin 1 is the most kills, by the way. Dwarf, I think, still only, like, killed a baby. I know the baby was deadly. The baby killed Goblin Slayer, but, like, still, it was a baby. It's kind of fucked up. So I think Goblin 1 has the upper hand. We'll find out, though. All right. Oh, gosh, I'm so nervous. I know this is just like a simulator thing with text, but like it's finding out what's gonna happen, especially when you have a pick for a character you want to win. Oh my goodness! All right, here we go. Oh, I'm always interrupted with the news of who has died. Goblin 7 and Goblin 9, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Pulling one out for the bros. All right. Not even giving Dwarf the opportunity to rest. Goblin 1 tracks down and kills Dwarf, which makes Goblin 1 the winner of our final Hunger Game Simulator round of the night. Goblin 1, man. Goblin 1's been playing pretty nice and safe, and then suddenly wanted to be a murderer. 6 kills. I don't think I've seen a character that's gotten 12 kills, mostly by himself too. But like 6 kills is really like that's a lot. Like 3 is a normal, like 3s, 2s are normals. But, like, going beyond 3 is pretty fucking gnarly. And I mean, the dwarf still only had the 1 kill. Dwarf. You know what? If I can still remember, down the road, I would love to have people mock Dwarf for killing something that was a baby, but he didn't know. So they just keep calling him baby killer or something. That might not work out through like the setup, but like if there's an opportunity, that I think Dwarf needs to get some people on him and him getting angry. Oh, Elf's usually the one that always gets that treatment. But okay. All right. So that is it for that. But we have one more thing to do. Big thanks to the following people. Underabridged, Gabriel, and the one, the only, the one that got us beyond the top, Percussive Taco, aka Taco Gob. I'm going to show I think about 2 of the shorts right now. You guys who stayed through the stream, stuck it through the end, you guys will get to see some cool little previews. And I think these 2 have sound designed. They need some adjustments, but like it's basically done, I feel. Unless I have to rechange the music. But let me just do this, and I have to find the where I rendered these videos real quick. Any Halloween plans? Not really, but I wanted to stream some horror games, so maybe next week we'll stream a horror game. Scare the shit out of me. If you guys have any thoughts of horror games, please shoot them here. And definitely please shoot them at our Discord server. Either on the general, the stream chat and all that. Because I'd love to play one game. if it's a game that has a lot of like shock scream, you know, like surprise jump cut shit, you know, sometimes I scream like a little bitch, and I find that pretty funny. So if any games like that, I would try to play next week, and maybe even the week after. Well, I'd have to do it on the 30th. It'd be the first the week after if it's on a Saturday. Maybe I could do another stream in the middle of the week. We'll see. I wanted to play Digimon too, but yeah. Let me focus real quick. I think it's my download holders. Didn't I do a big...
One super duper.
Oops. Excuse me. Got a little teaser there. Just the audio. Was that the one where the music got detected? 1 second. I gotta check this. If not, I have to send the version without music. Let me double check. Short videos. All right, let me see real quick. Sorry for the delay. Okay, it's not that one. It's not that one. Okay, it's not that. Okay, that's fine then. I think I'd be able to play this without problem then. Sweet Orinos. That background goes hard as fuck. Thanks. Got some Shokugeki. Still love it. Still love the show. You know, the ending was kind of unfortunate, but like overall I had fun watching the series, and you know, we did 10 abridged episodes with all the people, me and all the people involved. And I still appreciate and had fun with it. I wish Shokugeki was a little more relevant because I would try to do like a finale thing, like a movie thing to finish it all, but I think it's going to be too much work to do that with little interest. But okay. Let me... Boop. Boop. Can I full screen it? Full screen. Full screen. All right. Maybe the screen's too big. Wait, let me see if I can... it might be fine. Sorry, chat. You might see the chat box, but at least it's transparent. All right. You guys ready? You guys ready? Here's some of the clips that we have working on right now for the upcoming Frieren in a Nutshell Part 2. These were edited by P.S. Weasel. Big shout out to him. All right, let's go.
One super duper Rudy Tooty Deluxe special, please, my good man.
I don't know. How old are you?
Sir, I'm a grown man.
My point exactly. Here's your ice cream with a side of judgment.
It's not as Rudy or Tooty as I remember.
Oh. Here you guys go. Those are from our upcoming Nutshell video. Frieren in a Nutshell Part 2. Would love to try to see if we can get a third one before Season 2, but that might be cutting it close. But we'll see. But for now, we're still working on it. It's in the sound design process, and then the narration needs to be edited and stuff. So yeah, that's been on the next of the list, and I think right after that is going straight into, at least for what I can control, is Goblin Slayer Abridged. So yeah, this one was done. This one had a lot of stuff being worked on before transitioning. So that's why we've been a little busy on it. I'm only like one guy with a couple people that are awesome enough to be working with me right now through this transitional period. So I really appreciate your guys' patience and all that, and your guys' support. Again, you can follow us on our Discord if you want to know what's up. And please follow us on Twitch and support us on Patreon if you can, or just be a free member on Patreon to just be updated with stuff. So there you guys go. Again, I don't know if Taco's still here, but thank you so much for helping getting us to the top of this. This is tremendous support. I appreciate him so much and everyone else and all you guys here supporting it by chatting and all that. That is a lot. People don't think that's a lot, but it is a lot for someone streaming, seeing how lively you guys are. So thank you so much. I sadly didn't get anyone's codes for Hunger Game simulators, but if you're on our Discord server, there is a channel where you can post your codes, and you can post a link and or a code or both. And then I would just ask you put a brief description on what it is that you have made. And if we get enough, then we'll do some fan ones once they're reviewed and stuff. The next time we stream this, I would like to try to stream this early November for the next Hunger Games Simulator stream. So, please, if you want to participate in the future streams, join our Discord and post some of your codes. I already posted the at least the first Goblin one. We didn't do enough changes for the other one, I think, to really matter. Because it's just such a small adjustment. But we have the Goblin one up there on our Discord if you want to just simulate that yourself for seeing what else could happen on what if scenarios. But yeah, that's gonna be about it for the night. I think most of us it's already the night. So thank you so much again. I will be back hopefully next week. We try to stream on YouTube and Twitch every Saturday, and I try to stream on Twitch every so often. I got to figure out how to post what we're streaming on Twitch, since Twitch is a lot more updates since the last time we used to use it. So thank you guys so much, and you guys have a great night. Peace. Oh.